Now, the calm that followed the storm that was the 2017 presidential election was welcomed across the board and credited to the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and opponent Raila Odinga. And while it is hoped that the Building Bridges initiative will grow deep roots and anchor that peace, the bickering that preceded its publishing and now the idea of a referendum stand to gain.
Why are some people so overzealous about this referendum? Is because they are chasing personal interest.
Conclusion, its true intent was to secure the interests of a few. Suspicions, the experts say, were not entirely unwarranted.
There are a lot of vested interests, and the vested interests which are conflicting. On one hand, Raila Odinga, the president. On the other, Ruto. But even between Raila Odinga and the president, none of them is chasing the same interests.
Only a few people fought for freedom. But how many people benefited out of the freedom? Although the elite benefited more through acquisition of property and positions after the independence came, but the Kenyan people were liberated by the few. So I look at the BBI initiative in that light, that there are those that would benefit more from the initiative than others.
So while he may say the BBI is not about extending his grip on power post his presidency, what does President Kenyatta stand to gain?
The president's interest is to secure his legacy, but he's increasingly uncomfortable with the Ruto presidency. And if you are Machiavellian, the first business of any politician is to deal with those who help them come to power.
What of his co-principal in the handshake? What does Raila Odinga stand to gain?
Raila Odinga's personal interest is to make sure that William Ruto does not succeed Uhuru Kenyatta. And if the BBI can help him achieve that, he will be a very happy person.
That brings us to the man who, though he may not have been party to the handshake, is a thorn in President Kenyatta and Odinga's side, according to the scientists, on account of his 2022 presidential ambition.
Ruto wants to look after a united nation. I think even if he wants to become a president, he doesn't want a divided country. One man, one vote. That is the position Ruto takes. But Raila Odinga, because of the experience he has had in 2007, in 2013, he thinks that under that kind of arrangement, he's not capable of raising enough numbers to hold executive power.
The agenda that was sold to Kenyans as one set to improve the lives of all has been cited as being a platform for the handshake duo to secure their interests.
In Kenya, we take rumors seriously, especially in politics. We don't take anything by chance. So tukasikia hiyo BBI wamekwenda kupanga vile watagawanya viti na vile Uhuru ataendelea baada ya hii kitu. And there was nothing about the country. It is about those two.
That said, the county governors want 45% of the national resources channeled to the counties.
Any political change has its casualties. It's like a revolution. And I believe that some people will be hurt by the process, hurt in the sense that their expectations will be frustrated, while others will gain once these things have been put on paper.
So where does that leave Wanjiku? Do her leaders' interests intersect with her expectations?
Kama itakuja hiyo BBI, kwanza agriculture yoko hapo ndani, tuone maziwa itatoka na uligani, tuone kahawa yetu itatoka namna gani, majani yetu itatoka namna gani.
Ni watu wa bunge ndio wanapanga maneno. Unaona? Si waachi wananchi individual, si tupange. Sasa unaona wakipanga huko, unakumbuka ile siku yenyewe walikuwa wanaleta hiyo nini? Hiyo mada. Si unaona walikuwa wana oppose nini? Sonko asiongee. Sonko alikuwa anatetea sauti yetu. Sasa unaona si tutafinyiliwa.
Mambo ya BBI ya vitabu na nini, hiyo hatujui ni nini. Kwa sababu mwisho bado tutakuwa maskini na wao waendelee kuwa matajiri. Kwa hiyo BBI si ya mwananchi wa kawaida, BBI ni ya matajiri.
Not yet Uhuru appears to be Wanjiku's cry as she seeks to be liberated from the shackles of poverty, ignorance, hunger and disease.
Nothing wrong benefiting the elite. In any event, if these leadership positions are created, it's not the masses who are going to occupy them.
Orengo says that, look, there is already a technical committee. When was this committee of experts put in place? That shows the lack of inclusivity.
Still, hope remains. Hope, when all is said and done, Wanjiku's interests will supersede those of her leaders.
Mambo ya BBI haimaanishi kwamba tukiwa na amani lazima uletee chakula kwa nyumba. Kwa hivyo mwenzangu akisema ati BBI itajenga tu matajiri, hiyo ni uongo. Inajenga hata sisi hapa.
Olive Barrows,